everybody's on.
Yeah. Well, you know the chat always gonna chat with the draft. Niggas think for whatever reason think they getting information out of me while they in chat,
But we
which
kind of we
never
kind of
happens.
got away from the format that we used to do. Everybody's still on chat, but there used to be okay, who you gonna get? You know, we used to put pressure on each other.
Yeah.
You run out of time.
Yeah, that clock ticking. Pay attention.
Yeah.
All right, let me post this. We live. Let me post it in
Oh,
chat.
hold on.
End season.
Let me
The
log
talk.
in. Okay, yeah, I do see that, man. Who traded?
The talk show.
Cause I know my wife, she's gonna be waiting on this podcast to end. She was like, "I need you to go get the food soon as the podcast over. Go get something to eat."
Go get
I'm in.
Go get some of that grit up.
But yeah, I'm gonna stay in chat and just go run. She gonna order it, and I'm gonna run and pick it up and bring it back. Yep, I'm hitting that Jags. You can pin messages, can't you?
What you mean?
Like can't you put a comment? You can post something in there that constantly stays right there. You can pin something that you say.
I think so. Hold on a second.
Okay.
Dot 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 dot. We're back up and running, up and running. Let's go. All right, here we go, man. The end of the season is here. Playoffs took a pretty long time, man, but we are here. We do have a time on the Super Bowl, which means will have a time on the off season. Um, Hope you're watching because you better be ready to lock and load tonight because everything's happening tonight, guaranteed. Everything, mama, tonight. The off season on deck. Alright, so we definitely got some big games to talk about. We had the Final Four was last night and today early. So we had the Dolphins and the AFC side. The Dolphins beat the Ravens last night in a thriller in the blizzard. And then the Bears went into Arizona and pulled out a dub and got themselves into the first season dome. Man, listen, bro. First season. First of all, before we go any farther, let's talk about the first season and expectations for first season. And you know, the main ingredients to success in the first season and the positive of success in the first season, but not having success in the first season doesn't tell the full story, as well as success in the first season not telling the full story. We're in franchise mode, so the first thing of franchise mode is exactly that, franchise. Your job is to build a dynasty, right? Your job is to build off of success and build into success. All right. So you get all types of things that go on in the first year, right? The main thing I've been screaming all year to guys is you're playing with the team you chose, not the team you want. That's the first thing, right? I hope that makes sense to a lot of you guys, what I'm saying right now. You're playing with the teams you chose, meaning you're coming with the perks that the team has, already, right? And then it's not your team. You're playing with the team you selected, meaning until you start to piece the team together. And although some guys made trades and kind of formed their team as the year went into what they wanted to be, for the most part, you're playing with the team you chose. So you're playing with the NFL roster of the team you chose for the most part to start off every season. So we always call the first season interesting, and is always wide open for anybody, right? And then you have those guys that, pick a team and it just doesn't feel like they can compete ASAP with that team, and they put themselves on a course to really worry about the next season. So just think about it. When you start a league and you got guys that tank the season one, right? Which, we allow it. It is what it is. When you playing in a very thirsty league where guys play their games, you have no problem waiting, simming guys that don't want to play. When maybe we shouldn't, but we have no problem with it. But if a guy is willing to say, all right, I'm just going to really, play my games, in some cases play my games, but I don't care what's happening this year. It's all about after the off season. And then you got guys like, I ain't playing no game. I'm gonna just respond to my opponents, tell them to take the first win, because they don't feel as though they got a team that they can compete with, or it's the team they want to play with right now. Well, that means a lot. So that tells me that successful teams can be successful in those moments even more when you don't have the full totality of the league's attention right away because of the path they decided to take. We respect those that achieve high success in year one, because it's the ground setter. It's one of the most important seasons, no matter how they're overlooked. So me as a player, as a guy that consider myself a top player on this game, and a top player in the league, I don't value season one like I do the rest of the seasons 2, 3, because then I get my team on the field. I start to put my pieces together. Not saying I don't do that during the first season, but I don't value it as high, right? But don't let me saying I don't value the first season as high as it ain't the most important season of everybody's start off to the game, because it really sets the tone on what the disc can be. So you got guys, right now we have 2 guys in the Super Bowl for the first time ever in our league, in a short time in our league. He hasn't, he came over late in Game of Thrones, played the whole real draft with us, and now we in 2022 disc, and he's playing in the Super Bowl. So congratulations to young Camden and the Dolphins for getting in the Super Bowl. And then we got D West, who really had a great year last year and 22 and 21, where he started to rise, started to really show who he really was, is playing in another Super Bowl. But the beauty of season one is we have guys playing in the Super Bowl for the first time. So right now, no matter what happens, at the end of the Super Bowl, somebody's going to win a Super Bowl for the first time in my league. Well, that's a big deal to me. So again, that's how important season one is, right? But I will say this: in season one, you're not getting the finished product. Please do not think that you see what's going on and those that won are the finished product of what they're going to look like going forward. Because trust me, there's a whole shitstorm coming that you ain't even prepared for. So if you don't put yourself in a situation where you enjoy what you did season one, and if you didn't play, you better get ready to play, because it start to get real after this first season. So once we crown our first Super Bowl winner, they are the person that leads us into the shit. You know what I mean? We're going into the eye of the storm after this first season, and it's very important. So I know I say a lot about it's season one. Season one. Just understand my mindset. It's not taken away from anything anybody do, because there's not one person that played all their games this year that wasn't looking forward to trying to play in the Super Bowl and win one year one. Alright, so don't ever, take what I'm saying, but just understand the makeup of my league. It starts with your first off season. It starts with the draft class. It starts with the moves you make. It starts with the free agency. It starts really there than it does, when I want this team, good shit, alright, I got them and I'm playing with this team, and you're trying to figure yourself out while you're playing with this team. And in year one, especially the start of a new disc, year one, anything can happen, bro, because you don't know who has. You had guys that had started playing this game the moment they bought it, and then you got guys that didn't get on the game until we started the league. So everybody's not at their best but at the same time, everybody's still trying to figure it out. So those that figure it out and do what the Dolphins did this year, and what D West did this year, you got to look at that and you got to really salute that and say congratulations to those guys, because they rocked out. They climbed some walls this year. But I know those guys understand what's coming, and what do they have to do to continue to have that success. And you have to look at the guys that hasn't played a game yet, or really hasn't played at all this year. If you don't take this off-season series and get into it and put your team together, you're still going to be behind the 8 ball, because you missed out on a whole lot of shit. It was so many different things that happened during this year. Scenarios played. If you don't think scenarios played a big role in the playoffs and how things went, and if you wasn't a guy that did your training every week and even looked at, missed out on scenarios and breakouts and things like that, you are so behind the 8 ball right now that you got to do nothing but catching up. So if you didn't play all year one and you going into year two, your year two is going to be your year one for you, while we all on year two. When I tell you, Guns, how many different scenarios and things that happen for people in their teams that the guys that wasn't active missed out on. They literally missed out on a whole year of building their team for sure. Like, you better get away with it and past this, where you tank and you don't really play, and your team, you're not that far off from it. It's easy to build. Or now, so many things happening during the season that if you miss out on any of that shit, you really behind the 8 ball right now. That, and then let's talk about just the scenarios itself and the playoffs. We talked about this earlier, but Madden got it right. You're not just playing against a team anymore nowadays. Now you got to deal with scenarios. Now you got to deal with them taking things away from you or giving you things. It was guys that went into the playoff games with +10 break tackles, that ran the ball really well, with +10 play recs, right? It was guys that went into playoff games, and because they were on a winning streak, they lose morale and stuff like that, and make them play against the odds. So you're not just playing against your opponents anymore, you're playing against the game as well. I mean, the game literally showing you they got it right. In some ways they got it right. I don't think guys should be penalized for being on hot streaks, but they got it right. Like, you shouldn't be able to play in a cold, blizzard, snowy game and not lose some integrity when it comes down to speed, agility, change of direction, acceleration. Like, they got the game right in those moments, right? Something that me and the Broncos had to go through, and then right away back me and the Dolphins had to go through. Scenarios, right? You can't control, but they part of the game, and that's really what happens in real life. Guys aren't at their peak when there's that much snow on the ground or whatever the case may be. And then you had those games where guys had their team went negative. They had to overcome some things because you're the home team this year. Because of that, you got a team coming in, and this team is coming in hot. So now they got +10 over top of you on damn near every category, and then you got to overcome that shit. So the game is not just in making you play your opponents now. You have to play against your opponents. So, like, you missed out on all that throughout the year if you wasn't playing your games. These are things you're going to have to catch up to when you get into year two. And with that being said, though, Guns, man, the scenarios, bro, like in the playoffs, did you like them or not?
No, I didn't like them. I loved them.
Okay.
What 22 has taught me is you have to manage your team from beginning to end.
Right.
You have to manage it from a coaching perspective, your staff. You have to manage your roster. You have to manage your roster's health. You have to manage your roster. You have to manage your team's emotions. You have to manage your team's ups and downs. And you also have to, pun intended, you have to weather through the weather.
Right.
Things that you find, in not only just the playoffs, because we had an introduction of heavy rain games.
Right.
So those are things that we weren't prepared for. We had to play through those things.
I mean, you got the New England Patriots and the Miami Dolphins playing in a blizzard in New England, and his running back drops to 87 speed. Like, that matters. You know what I'm saying? That takes his big explosive plays away. That matters in the game. That means that guy gotta do more than just run the ball, and you saw that in those games. I mean, you saw it late in my game. Safeties being 84 speed. If I'm not paying attention or making the right coverage adjustments, I can get ran by fast. You get ran by guys, right? It matters. So you got to coach a little different. You got to take those things in consideration, and you got to better play through those things at the same time, right? And that's perfect. Like, you saw guys, slipping, or you just saw so much stuff, bro. That it was just like, I thought that was unreal. Like, I thought it was, when I mean by unreal, I enjoyed it. Like, I thought, that's what's up. You got to play through that. Like, I mean, you got to have four. In my situation, you have to have 4 quarters of focus and understanding, what a team has or what they're capable of doing. And if you lose sight of that at all, you can be in a situation. And I thought, like, a lot of teams was in them situations. I mean, we got a rookie quarterback playing in the Super Bowl. Like, that, how hard is that? We've seen it done, but we haven't seen it done unless it's real draft, where you get no super quarterbacks like a Shadir Sanders and whatever one of those rookies T brought in the building and all that. But, like, how impressed are you with D. West getting Justin Fields to a Super Bowl in year 1?
That's attributed to coaching. That means I'm not going to sit here and say, Justin Fields just came out and he lit the league on fire. What they did was they put a plan together. They put a plan around him where they limited his mistakes, and they created plays, to suit his style of play. They didn't really put him in a position to let all those rookie tendencies come to light. And so that's attributed to coaching.
Definitely a contributor. And on the other side, you got to say the same thing. We seen Teddy Bridgewater, a throwaway quarterback, take the Miami Dolphins to the Super Bowl this year. Teddy Bridgewater. I mean, at the end of the day, you got to look back at the Tua trade and think, I don't think the Dolphins get to the Super Bowl with Tua at quarterback, bro. I think Teddy came and literally up this offense, up the ante on what he could do offensively. That and the emergence of getting Waddle built to an X factor fast, you know what I'm saying, and getting him up to that 99 speed. Think about it. When you lose +5 in the weather condition, and everybody that you players drop down to lower than 88s in the secondary, it takes a complete dive when your guy's 100 speed and he drops down to a 95. He's the fastest man on the planet at this point, right? In those games. Do you understand what Teddy did to be able to, because first of all, you don't get to that without Teddy. In my opinion, I think they go hand to hand. This is why I say he doesn't need to go get another quarterback. He need to let this Teddy thing play itself out. If you want to continue to stay on top, and to be able to play in the big games like he is right now. But we talking about Teddy Bridgewater, a guy nobody in their mama is going to get on this game and play with Teddy Bridgewater. Nobody.
Well, you know what? My first question is why? Like, how do we forget who Teddy Bridgewater was before he had his freak accident in practice when he was with Minnesota?
Because it's perception, bro. Niggas know. Like, you look at like that player ain't a player in real life that's doing anything, and guys don't care about that. Like, they're not looking at it like, wait, let's look at him right now. Then you got to think about it for year 1. Do Teddy do the same thing year 3 or 4? Could he do the same thing when the teams are different and you see those draft classes coming in? I don't think so. But he was the perfect quarterback for year 1, and because he did what he did with him with year 1, I think he can last for him for 3 to 4 seasons. Where this guy don't even have to think about a quarterback. Like, he has the quarterback right now. Teddy, we knew what Teddy was. We knew what he could do, but, what guy gets on Madden and say, this is the quarterback I'm playing with? You know what I'm saying? It takes somebody to really dig deep a little bit, and, a little luck draws out into that too, because you trade a quarterback, right? And then you like, fuck it, he in free agency, let me go get him. That was part of the process and the plan anyway. Teddy goes, Tua goes, Teddy's not on the Broncos anymore. He's getting cut. Well, let's pick up this quarterback, because at the beginning he was looking for another quarterback. Justin, what's the kid name over there in New Orleans? my guy Jameis Winston was on their list of trying to grab a quarterback, right? And then you were stuck. So the luck comes into like, all right, well, this is the luck that we drew. We don't have to play with the quarterback that's on this roster. We get to go get one out of free agency. We get that quarterback, and it happens to be a guy that gets him to a Super Bowl. Like, took his whole offense and turned it up 10 notches, in my opinion, man. That's trust, and that's coaching too, bro. You got to give up the coaching. That's coaching as well. So we see, I mean, you're seeing two unexpected quarterbacks sitting in the Super Bowl year one right now playing each other, and one of these guys are going to bring home the first annual Game of Thrones 3 Super Bowl, bro, and that's very impressive. So shout out to both those coaches and doing what they did to get to where they got to right now. Solid, because you know what I'm saying, they both did it not only through quarterback play and wide receiver play. They did it through, they had a successful run game between multiple backs, and they played solid defense. This matchup is going to be pretty good, man. You got two guys that literally, kind of they're the same on defense, the way they call plays and the way they call their defenses and shit. So I want to see how they adjust and play towards each other, knowing that you're going to see kind of the same looks on the field, play after play. So I want to see what's going to happen in this game. I want to see who's going to better make the adjustments to play. And I don't really think there's going to be a scenario element that's going to fuck a Super Bowl up. You know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't going to play the Super Bowl in Minnesota and nothing like that, where it's snow on the ground. I mean, I think the worst thing can happen is it rains. Where is the Super Bowl being played at in the first place, right? And they both gonna come in full strength. Hopefully, they did their training and shit right, where they're not playing with guys super tired and all that. But then they get that extra week where they can do some things and kind of build that their stamina back up with their players. So this is gonna be very interesting going down the stretch to watch the Super Bowl. I think it's gonna be a fun Super Bowl. That's a great kickoff really soon. So with that being said, let's just get into it. We're gonna be fast about this because they have a 6 o'clock kickoff. They really ready to kick off right now. So we'll get into it right now. We'll start off with the game that was played last night. This game was a tell of two. It was a play-by-play game. All right. So the Dolphins go up 14-0 on the Baltimore Ravens. Dolphins go down and score on their first drive. Baltimore drives all the way down in red zone. Lamar fumbles. Dolphins score very right away quick. They go up 14-0, and then the Ravens answered 14 points in the second quarter to make it a 14-14 game. And right before halftime, we dialed up a play. And this tells you how where's going. He said 6:30. All right, bet, no doubt. I kind of figured that. I already know D West never on time. So in this game, bro, they go 14-0. The Baltimore Ravens make their run 14 back. I gotta say, down 14-0, I was not worried at all. I just wasn't worried because we drove down the field, we just fumbled. So I wasn't worried. To be honest with you, I just wanted to see, for his first drive, I just wanted to see what type of style he would play with, what he was going to do, coming down the field, and I kind of got what he was going to do, the little hookups and things like that. I didn't account for Teddy though on the ground, and you've been screaming that all year when we've been following his team and talking about what they was doing. I didn't count for Teddy rolling out or running the ball at all. And he actually scored for them on their first drive. But we come back 14-14, and right before halftime, Rashad Bateman gets hurt, and this is where coaching comes into play. I don't realize that they moved Hollywood to my number one and brought Antonio Brown on the field, right? And I didn't think Hollywood would be moved to number one because Antonio has a higher overall than him. But with the scenario engine and everybody losing all them +5s and all that shit, it dropped Antonio lower overall than Hollywood. So it kept moving him to the 2. Actually moved my third receiver to the number 2. So I called up a play, nice little post route, got it wide open and overthrew my receiver. In my opinion, I think if it was Hollywood who should have been running that route, and if I was on my coaching shit, I would have made that adjustment. We walk in the end zone and make this a 21-14 ball game, getting the ball back at halftime. Instead, we get a field goal out of it and go up 17-14. But then the Dolphins make a great stop after halftime. They make a great stop, get the ball right back. And it was a 3-0 third quarter, right? Actually, that play happened in the third quarter. And then in the fourth quarter, we score 7 and they score 14. Man, it comes down to they scored to go up. We go down, give them the ball back with a minute and something on the clock. We score, and then they get to a 4th and 6, and we plan to stop that first down. 4th and 6, game over. We're on our way to a Super Bowl, and 3 or 4 seconds later is a woo baby up. Now, he sees this woo baby late. You could tell he's seen it late because his receiver had to turn around and come back for the football. But he caught it though. Guns. He did what he, what we shouldn't have allowed to happen all game long. This is a testament to him not being scared to run what he been running all game long, which is always having a deep threat presence on the field for him, and knowing that he got Teddy on a rollout and could buy some more time on the play. And they ran by. We were in cover 2 with the safeties, and they ran by 2. Who was it? Was that Babe Bull Waddle that scored that last touchdown? That caught that ball and scored, right? It was Waddle, right? Because he beat his own.
That was Parker.
Parker that caught that bomb? Because somebody scored earlier on a bomb in this game. Let me go to it. Let me go to it and see who caught that. Now that was Waddle for the last one. Parker caught the one. Parker caught his second touchdown on me. The post route he caught. He caught the post route he caught in the first. I think it was first half. He caught. Waddle did that. That was Waddle. Yep. He said it was Waddle last play. And he found that route, man. Then we did, just uncharacteristically. The play before that, we thought we had to pick. We dropped the interception. And then it's 4th and 6, and you just got to understand, I didn't know. Just take you through the mindset that I had. I didn't know where the fuck my Waddle was at on the field. I was not worrying about a deep pass at all. I was playing to the sticks, to the first down, hoping to stop him and get this game over with. And lost all types of tendencies to protect, my safeties who were, very slow in this game. They were getting kind of walked by if I didn't make adjustments to help them, they were getting walked by the whole game. And I didn't, and he made a hell of a play. I didn't go back and watch the play. I know you saw it. Do you remember what he did? Did he roll out? Because he saw that pass late, because if he didn't, he'd throw it and run under and catch it for walk-in touchdown. Instead he had to come back, catch the ball, and then turn this guy around in the snow and then take off and get the touchdown, which was a hell of a play.
So what happened? Serves me correct. He did move around because to give him some additional time. Because I didn't know what he was going to do, and I think all of a sudden we all identified Waddle late, because I really thought that he was going to go to one of the underneath routes and just play for the first down,
right,
and keep going. Then next thing you know, it developed late. He let it go, and as you already described, the receiver actually had to turn around and catch the pass, but then he had the presence to reestablish, balance himself, turn back around, and he was able to outrun the safeties for the game.
Now let's give this man credit, because that's not an easy thing to do. You was late on the read. You had to adjust your receiver. All right. One, let's talk about how fast Waddle was still in this game to be able to do all that. That tells you how far he was behind them safeties to better do all that. But he clicked on. He had to. There's no way you turn back around and make that play if you let the computer do it, right? So that's stick work. That's a guy controlling his players and making that happen. He clicked on, turned him back around, got back to the football, caught the ball, and had the presence to turn back around. Because if we make this tackle there, we still got, still a ball game. Still got to kick the ball in bad conditions, right? Or, he scored a touchdown there. But he scores there, and motherfucking goes up, and then he leaves us 38 seconds on the clock to get down there. We get down to the red zone and throw a pick on 3rd and 1. An interception that one of those corner. I think the corner picked it off. It might have been let's go look at it. It might have been homeboy, his guy, the Superstar X Factor. I think he was the one that got that pick. We only threw one. Yep, Xavier Howard, and we tried him. Tried his side. It took me. I could not figure out what type of play I wanted to run in that situation. He was the safety to the overtop of Hollywood, and I understood that. And I thought I could isolate one-on-one with Hollywood. I mean, with his cousin Antonio, and Xavier Howard stepped up, won the game for him, man. So that pushes the Dolphins on to the Super Bowl, man. Again, he's playing in his first Super Bowl, and we gotta talk about how hot he was all year long, bro. He won some big games, won some close games. So he played in games where he had to close the games out to win it at the end, and he was able to do that all year long. Beating us twice, once in the regular season and once for the marbles. But he won some big games. He had to overcome the Patriots, beating them twice, and then the second time they played, it was a real close game to the third game, where he was able to overcome that game as well. And not only do that, he got his stars made plays for him all game long. All the games he played throughout the playoffs, Waddle was the big play guy in the playoffs, and he played well for every last one of those games. You know what I'm saying? You come out of all the games, and he's 2 catches for 111 yards, 2 touchdowns. In our game, he had 6 catches against the Patriots, and then the game against you, he went crazy as well. So we should expect to see Waddle in the Super Bowl. See if Waddle can be successful. But they both playing on the same even playing field. It ain't gonna be no scenarios where their guys are gonna be slower, faster speed. None of that shit. They gotta play, and that's gonna make it even more exciting to see. Like, you get to see Waddle back at 99 speed. Like, what can he do there? You know what I'm saying? This guy been running. I mean, he did what we thought Tyreek Hill, he started to do for first 7 games. Waddle continued to do that in every game, big games and everything. Like, you didn't see Waddle get really taken away in any game, and we started to see Tyreek Hill get taken away late. So is this the new deep threat guy of the league right now?
Definitely year one. My first thought was, now I don't remember exactly, but isn't this game gonna be played in Miami?
I'm not sure. I would think it'll be in the first Super Bowl going to be in Los Angeles. They want to showcase those fields, maybe Vegas or something like that. I'm really not 100% sure. We will probably have to Google that to see where this year's Super Bowl in real life is being played. Being played at. I think I need to look that up right now.
Or maybe we'll know after we advance to the Super Bowl, because we should be able to see what stadium they're playing in.
Or we'll do this.
Because this may end up being a home game for the Dolphins.
Yeah, I think it's in 2000. Let me see, 2021 NFL Super Bowl. All right, I guess I got to put 2022. There we go. So, all right, so Super Bowl 56, Super Bowl, and the 52nd Modern National Football League Championship. The game is scheduled to be played in February in SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California. Like I said, Los Angeles.
Okay.
So it'll be in Los Angeles. All right, so they're gonna be in good weather in the dome anyway. So this is gonna be exciting. We're gonna see speed out this world. He's gonna be at full speed, not at 95 speed. He'll be back to 99 speed Waddle. So we'll get to see that. But the Dolphins, congratulations on winning the big game, man. You did it all year long. You won big games. You got yourself in the Super Bowl. And all we want to do, especially represent the AFC, we want to see you close out. I definitely want to see you win the ball game. You know what I mean? If I'm going to lose to somebody, they better be the Super Bowl champ, in my opinion. And we want you to represent AFC over here, man. We're gonna have this discussion all year long. What conference is better, the NFC or the AFC? And right now, the person that win the first Super Bowl get to prove that point right away. So again, 28-24, 4-point win for the Dolphins to go to the Super Bowl 56. And on the other side, we had a game played today, 35-17. I didn't get to see this game, so I gotta rely on stats to really tell all of this game. But it looked like the Chicago Bears started off 14-0. The Cardinals scored 10 unanswered, and then the Chicago Bears scored 14 again in the third quarter, and they had a tie fourth quarter. So it kind of looked like the Bears kind of dominated this game. So we're going to look at the numbers to really see what happened. Offensive yards, 352 yards here, 238. They had 178 yards, 48 yards rushing. I told you the Cardinals was going to have to be able to run the ball same way they ran it in the Dallas game for them to be successful in this game. And 48 yards is not going to cut it. The Bears had a balanced offense right here. They threw the ball and ran the ball. For 100+ yards, so 178 in the run game and 174 in the passing game. I think that's the testament to what you've been saying about Justin Fields. Like, they protect Justin Fields. He throwing the ball 174 yards. That's not lights out passing numbers, but it was serviceable, and it was enough to be able to keep this team, scoring points and pitting and moving up and down the field.
Right.
Along with that 178 in the run game, I think we saw that between two guys running the ball with Cole and Montgomery over there. 16 first downs to 11. Let's go look at the turnover department. Again, we talked about Cardinals turning the ball over 5 times, 4 times the last time they played, 5 times. He had 5 turnovers in this game. Recipe to not winning the ball game versus the Bears 2 turnovers in this game. You get the individual stats. Let's look at the quarterback play. Fields had a 92.7 QB rating, 214, 3 touchdowns. He threw 2 picks. And Kyler Murray struggled, 25.4 QB rating, 203 yards, 5 interceptions, bro. Honestly, I blame that on, I just don't think they're ready yet, man. Like, and you just gotta, again, the season 1, man. We know what this coach is about. We know what this coach wants to do, but he's just not in a situation to do that. Like, he don't just got to be great. He got to be super great to be able to win in year 1 with a team that doesn't have an offensive line yet. Your receivers is on Woodnut. You do have an X factor out there, but that's not his target. That's not his style of play. Playing with D-Hop, he was forced to play with D-Hop this year, and not those fast guys running all over the place that had abilities. You just don't got it right now. So, Kyler Murray, though, man, 203 yards to 5 INTs. What could the outside of not running the ball, what else could he have done to protect Kyler Murray a little bit?
Wow. I mean, I'm looking at this passive percentage rating.
From the best passer in the league.
Right. I don't know. I don't know if you say maybe dial down the passes. You definitely, what you want to do is you want to throw a lot of short passes early, because you gotta get Kyler in a rhythm.
Yep.
And if you don't get him in a rhythm, and you challenge vertically down the field, that interferes with that rhythm. So I think he should have stayed with a few, short passes to get him going, crosses, screens, bubble screens, just things to get his confidence going, because 25.4, I mean, that might be a record low for an NFC Championship game.
Yeah, man, that's a really bad rating right there, man. 14 for 24 for Kyler Murray, 11 for 28 for Kyler Murray, and 14 for 24 for Justin Fields in this game. And again, there was no run game existence. You had Tariq Cohen with 14 carries and Montgomery with 9. Fields also carried the ball 4 times. You had Justice Hill with 8 carries and Edmonds with 10 too. So you had 10 total carries in the game. It just wasn't enough to control the game back, where maybe he was playing from behind, so he had no opportunities to really sit there and enjoy the run game. But Allen Robinson, we seeing this, man. You got guys with their best players making plays right now. The Justin Fields to Allen Robinson connection was really good all year long, and you see it really stand out in this game. 5 catches for 126 yards and 2 touchdowns. Where you got D-Hop with 2 catches, 50 yards, and then you really don't, the guys that, you look forward to that was making plays for them 2,000-yard receivers. One of them had 1 for 21, and Isabella had 2 catches for 35. So, like, the Bears defense did their job, and on the flip side, those veterans up front for the Cardinals did their job. I mean, they had 5 sacks in this game. I just think they got scored on early and often, and I think it just put them behind the 8 ball. Going down 14-0, it's huge. You score 10 more points, and then they score another 14 in the second half on you, and you answer it with a 7. Both of y'all scoring 7 points in the fourth quarter, and that happens. The Cardinals will be back. I think the Cardinals go through an off season and it's going to be over. You got to think about this. When you got guys, 2,000-yard receivers all over the field and all that, you got the best receivers that year, stat-wise, in that year. So they will not come back into this game, to the season on wood and all that stuff. They're going to go up. You'll see it when we advance. They're going to go up, and he's going to start to be able to play with some abilities on these guys, and it changes the way he thinks, the way he make calls up and dial plays up. But today's about the Bears, bro. Like, at the end of the day, today's about the Bears. They knocked off the Giants of the NFC all year long. Bottom line, there was not a team in the NFC that was a somebody that was able to do anything with this Bears team, and they didn't just beat those teams, they beat them convincingly. They literally showed all year long that they were the best team in the NFC all year long, and they did it with Justin Fields playing like he was been in the league for 5 years. the future is completely bright for this team, especially on offense. They are completely bright, especially at the quarterback position. They managed the run game really well, considering they did it with guys that, you know, most guys probably wouldn't even want to play with anymore, but they did it with Montgomery, 88 speed guy, and Tariq Cohen. He rebirthed Tariq Cohen. He used to be one of the favorite Madden players to get, and then he became a nobody real fast once he lost his abilities. And D West made him look like a superstar throughout the playoffs, because he really got him going through the playoffs. So shout out to D West, man. He moved on to the Super Bowl over here, representing the NFC, man. And if you ask for a team to represent the NFC, you want the team that kind of dominated the NFC all year long to be playing in that game. And with that being said, we have the matchup of the Dolphins and the Bears. I like this matchup. I like the matchup completely. I think, you know, again, what's on the line for these guys? Both of these guys, one is planning his first Super Bowl ever in our league, and the other one is trying to win his first Super Bowl in our league right now. D West, what's on the line for D West? He can be 0-4 in the Super Bowl. What's on the line for the young Dolphins? He said it in the chat. He just wanted his name mentioned amongst the seat of, I guess, the whatever, however he said it. Just mention my name, you know, amongst the top guys. Pretty much what he said in the chat. So he wants to make that mark, and he's starting that mark off good on 22. Winning the Super Bowl will get you the conversation of you are the best of 2022 of year one, right? And that'll hopefully carry you into trying to continue your dynasty to show, like, because, you know, I didn't become, you know, a guy that y'all looked at as a top guy in the league, a top guy to win in the league by winning one Super Bowl. I did it because I won multiple Super Bowls, and then I consistently did it over this. I was taught that by Falk. You're not going to be a nobody until they respect you on every league, and you win in every league, right? So I think the Dolphins winning right now, even D West, from what he was doing all last year and 21 to now, this win, whoever wins this game takes them closer to us respecting them and pushing them up in that top guy category, man. And that's what we all play the game for. The hair, you know, the competition is you want to be the best. So if you want to be the best, you want to be spoken amongst the best. And here's your opportunity for that right now. Who you got winning this game, man? The Bears or the Dolphins?
My bias pick, I'm sticking with the AFC. The AFC as a whole almost swept 21 as far as Super Bowl winners. I'm not jumping off that bandwagon until the NFC proves that they can be a dominant conference.
No doubt, no doubt. I'm going with the AFC too. I think he got it figured out right now. And I just don't think not too many teams got enough to better stop his situation, man. When you can run by guys with a player like that, and you gotta try your best to stop that too. And then he's not only can he run by you. What I love is the fact that he'll dink and dunk you two up and down the field and put the run game in effect as well. I like the Dolphins in this game. I think he should pull it all the way out. I think he's going to be able to should win this game, and I'm looking forward to him winning this game. I'm going to see how he carries himself after the win, and how does he manage year 2, 3, and 4. Can he still be in that category? Because this is a big game changer for him. I always want to see the guys that's up and coming more than guys. You know, D West been around for a while, man. He should be doing what he did right now, being in the Super Bowl. He should be playing in the Super Bowl. He's been around long enough. But when you get the new guys that come over and they become part of our Junkies crew and they become part of our league, you want to see this. You want to see the young Camdens of the world, the Nanos of the world, the Maxes of the world, the Craigs of the world, the Robs of the world. You want to see these guys, you know, rise up that totem pole real fast, right? And this is what you get to see. So I want to continue to see that process, man, because you get a whole new wave of guys, you know, coming in and making a name for themselves. And as a head commissioner, no matter if I want to win a game or not, I love this part of it more than anything. Some of you guys might not really realize it's about me. Some of y'all do. As much as I fuck with everybody in the league, and I'm personal with y'all. Y'all get to know me. I talk to y'all. I want to see guys get better, and this is the perfect Super Bowl for that right now. We got a guy that couldn't buy his way into the playoffs last year, and now he's dominating in a division where we got some dogs over there, and got a chance to win a Super Bowl for the first time. So I don't, you might not think, through the guys that be in chat with me that he don't get along with. He might not think that we'll be the type of guys that really will be rooting for him, but we are. We definitely are rooting for him. We want to see him continue to carry that torch of developing yourself into a guy in this league, man. That who name carry weight. Simple as that. And then again, like I said with D West, I expect D West to be here, and to be honest with you, in his head, in his mind, he should be doing nothing but winning this Super Bowl because he's a veteran of this league, and his pressure is don't let the new guy come in and win. Same pressure I had in the AFC Championship game. Don't let the new guy get to a Super Bowl. Now you got to stop me from winning one. As simple as that. Or we got to make room for the new wave, bro. Simple as that, man. Not everyone stay on top forever, bro. You name me one person and anything they've done in life that stayed on top the entire time, and I'll slap the shit out you and call you a liar. Simple as that. Every dynasty is meant to fall. Every winning streak, all that shit is meant to somebody to take that shit down. Simple as that. And who are you taking that shit down? Now I get off of that. I'm picking the Dolphins. Guns picking the Dolphins, and they should be playing that game real soon. But while they playing that game, follow me for a second right now, because we got something new. When we talked about the scenarios and things that happened during the game, let's see what happens with this press conference. I'm about to do it on air live to see what happens. They're saying I'm the coach of the See, I don't want to be in this fucking game. I'm sure you would rather be at the Super Bowl. You fucking right. But it still has to be nice to wind down and have some fun. What did you get from coaching the Pro Bowl? What do you get from coaching the Pro Bowl? Cut loose, coach elite talent. Let's say coach elite talent. Alright, this is the only chance I'll get to see all these elite players together on the field all at once. It's a great opportunity to see what's out there before we hit the off season. Alright, come on. Let's do that. Eyes wide open, you have earned 5 stars. Okay, I'll take the points. See what I'm talking about? You missing these scenarios, you missing points right now. Those points are important, trust me. Alright, so there we go. Now, with that being said, let's look at the Pro Bowl rosters. Who's playing in these games right now? Alright, so the Super Bowl guys aren't sending anybody to the Pro Bowl. They're going to prep for the Super Bowl. So Kyler Murray, who was the best quarterback in the NFC all year, is the quarterback for the NFC. In the AFC, Lamar Jackson is the quarterback that's going to the Pro Bowl. Now, I don't think nobody would have really been over top of Lamar Jackson, even if the Dolphins quarterback would have made the Pro Bowl. Lamar Jackson still would have been the #1 quarterback in the Pro Bowl, right? But Patty Mahomes steps in, or Tua steps in, and I'm almost sure if you went to Progress history, there's no way Teddy Bridgewater didn't make the Pro Bowl. So we're gonna look at Kyler Murray as the #1. #2 are Tom Brady and Patrick Mahomes. #3 is Deshaun Watson for them Philadelphia Eagles, who balled out late, and Tua Tag. For the Denver Broncos as the third quarterbacks. Now, running backs, you got Ronald Jones, the MVP of the league, J.K. Dobbins, the rushing leader of the league, Ezekiel Elliott, 400-plus carrier, 2,000-yard back of the league. So was Najee Harris, another one of those 2,000-yard backs. No, Najee didn't get 2,000, but he carried the ball like he should have had 2,000 yards this year. Saquon Barkley was a 2,000-yard back, and then we got the rookie Travis Etienne Jr. As the third running back over in the AFC. Shout out to the rookie getting over there. Fullbacks Penny and Ricard. You got just Jusic and Janavochi, however you say their fucking names. They're the fullbacks. Now you get the receivers. Rondell Moore is the #1 receiver. Hollywood Brown's the #1 receiver for the AFC. Isabella, another Cardinal. D Hop. So 3 Cardinals are 1, 2, and 3. And you got Tyreek Hill, Hollywood Brown, Anthony Schwartz, and Jamar Chase. You got Devontae Smith for the Philadelphia Eagles is making it as well too. Give me 2 seconds. She ain't gonna stop calling us, so I answer. What's up, Mom? I can't. I'll wait for Erica to get back in the house, and she'll tell you though. But I'm great. Come over there soon. All right. She'd have kept calling Erica until I answered that question. What day we officially moving? Alright, so you go down here to wide receiver 5. Now, who's this D. Harris kid, number 19? I don't know who he is, so... oh, is that the Saints guy? Yep, Saints receiver. Rashad Bateman. Also, as the 5 receiver 4, you got Hardman and Seth Williams. Remember, practice squad waiver signer Seth Williams goes to the Lions and end up being their best receiver. He's in the Pro Bowl right now along with McCole Hardman. Tight ends, you got Gronkowski, number 1. You got Kelsey, tight end over there for the Chiefs. You got Knox for the Bills, and you got Irv Smith for the Vikings. George Kittle for the 49ers, and Trey Burton for, I don't know who the hell Trey Burton played for in the AFC, but Trey Burton made it. Left tackles, Bakhtari, Packers. Ron Stanley, Ravens. You got T. Williams, is that the 49ers? Bowles, Trent Williams. You got Bowles for the Broncos. Quentin Nelson for the Colts. Marpet for the Bucks. You got Jenkins for the Packers. Bentonito for the fuck he played for. The Browns, right? All right. Hudson for the Cardinals. Andrews for the Patriots. Jensen, I don't know who he played for at all. Treader for the Jensen for the Bucks, and Treader for the Browns. You got Zach Martin for the Cowboys. Teller for the Teller played for the Browns. Another Browns. All right. Brooks for the Eagles. Mason for the Patriots. Schwartz for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Worth for the Bucks. Collins, that's for the Cowboys, and then another Browns, that the Patriots. Yep, Patriots. All right, so Montez Sweat left number 1 defensive end. Judon made it. So Donnell Hunter number 2, Von Miller number 3, Chandler Jones for the Cardinals, Bradley Chubb for the Broncos, Chase Young right in, and then you got McPhee, that who we cut and went somewhere and balled out for, I think, the Titans or the Jets, one of the two. J.J. Watt made it, D-tackle. Calais Campbell, hopefully he don't retire on me. We was playing for him all year in the playoffs. He gonna fucking retire. Armstead for the, who the Armstead went to? He in the NFC. I know Buckner played for the Colts. Looks like Williams for the Giants and Quentin Williams for the Jets. Rashawn Gary for the Patriots, and Oweh at outside linebackers for the Ravens. You got Bud Dupree, left outside linebacker. Shaq Barrett for the Bucks. You got David for the Bucks. Kenneth Murray for the Chargers. Isaiah Simmons for the Cardinals. Chad Surratt for the Ravens. Micah Parsons, who balled out as a rookie along with Hammer for the Ravens. You got Deion Jones and the African over here, don't care who he played for. Tay Gowan, number 1 corner. Denzel Wood, number 1 corner. Carlton Davis and Tre'Davious White are the number 2 corners. Number 3 is Eric Stokes and Sean Wade. Number 4 is Murphy Button and Marlon Humphreys. At safeties, you got, remember, Hudat Jacobs for the Lions, and Nasir Adderley for the non-playing Chargers. Teller Rapp. You got Monte Nicholson for the Broncos, Buda Baker for the Cardinals, Steiner for the Ravens. You got Tart for the Niners and Stearns for the Broncos. And then your kickers, Zuline and Boswell. Punters was Wisnowski and Harvin. Kick returners was looked like Shaq Smith and Levante Murray. Big ass running back, running shit back. A. Brown. Don't know how he over there. What Brown is that? A.J. Brown. And Randall Cobb. So there go your Pro Bowl players right there, man. Take a look at your Pro Bowl players and enjoy them. With the airing on in this bitch, god damn. Alright, so we get to the Pro Bowl. I want to see some things real fast, and we're going to get to, we did the yearly, what's that, weekly awards. I don't care about that. We want to get to, let me see something real fast. Who are you guys with the bump ups? All guys that ain't gonna play for me. Y'all can kick rocks for right now. Alright, alright, so pay attention, because the next thing that's important right now is when I advance, the next thing that's gonna be important is those guys that got upgraded. So let's go to advance in the week. To Super Bowl week. So here we go. All right, now let's look at league stats and let's see who jumped up in on ability traits. All right, so we'll start with quarterbacks that been there, done that already. So let's see what Kyler Murray went up to a X Factor. Y'all done fucked up now, because now he get to do something he couldn't do early on, which is you know, pitch some shit on this guy right now. So Kyler Murray went up, and if you don't want to check and see if your guy went up, all you got to do is come over here to progress history, and it'll tell you right here with staff week, development trait increase, superstar X factor, quarterback of the year, he went up. Good shit. All right, so Kyler Murray went up. We know Lamar was there. He was there. What about a Justin Herbert? This is what happens when you don't play. Nope, he didn't go there. The top 3 quarterbacks in yards. Let's see if anybody else jumped up. Burrow stays there. Burrow went up to a superstar, which sucks because he didn't play a fucking game all year long, and he gets the bump up development trait to superstar dev. Any other quarterbacks? Teddy Bridge. What about Teddy B, man? Teddy went to a star. Did he go to a star, or was he already a star? He went to a star. Teddy balled out this. That's why I said you keep him around. Brady is Brady. Watson is Watson. Josh Allen. Let's see about him. Did he go up? Stayed at the superstar. Kellen Mond, he was already there. Tagovailoa. Let's see what he did. He stayed at a star. All right. I don't think we're going to see any other quarterbacks there. So let's go to the run game. Look at this fucking cat, man. Jesus Christ. J.K. Dobbins. Up. Gave Nano a superstar. There you go. So he went up from star to superstar. I mean, I was impressed with J.K. Dobbins all year to better do what he did on just a star trait. So NFL rushing leader, running back of the year, offensive player of the year as well. He went up to a superstar development. Shout out to him. He on a negative 10 morale off the scenario engine. Conference playoff week. That shit sucks. He had to play like that too. No wonder he couldn't do shit with him. Oh my God, this fucking cat. Nah, if he do, bro, I'm going to throw him out the window, I promise you. Ronald Jones already there. Ezekiel Elliott was already there. Saquon was already there. Let's see if Najee Harris went from anywhere from... Najee Harris went to an X Factor. Let's see, did he do it during the season? Now, look like he already went up to that. Now, let's take a look. I can't see right this second, but now I can. So let's see. Pro Bowl appearance, weekly scenarios. Did he go up? How far are we going to go back? I don't think he went up to a superstar unless I'm missing something. He didn't go up to a superstar because of anything he did this year. I mean, late at the end of the season. So I don't think he won anything there. Awards, training, player week. He must have went up during the season. Let's see if I can track it. I don't look like I can track it. Alright, well, he's up to an X Factor. That's big. Nick Chubb's already who he is. So how about Travis Etienne? Didn't Travis go up to a superstar during the season?
No, he was a star.
Yep, there you go. Staff week, development trait increase, superstar. Alright, so Trav went up. Jonathan Teller, let's see if Mike got his guy up at all. Superstar. Let's see if he went up. Staff week, none. So he must have went up during the season. Alright, leave him alone. Tyson. Oh my God, he went up to a superstar. I'm trading the shit out of him. Yep, superstar. Y'all done fucked up now and got me back. Aaron Jones, Derrick Henry, Cam Akers. How about Cam Akers? Can we go any farther than that? I don't think we're going to get any other backs that jumped up. What about Antonio Gibson? Looked like he went up to a superstar. Nope. He must have did that during the season. Alright, so as you can see, Mostart. What about Mostart? Nope. Any other running backs I'm missing? David Montgomery went up. Javonte Williams, let's see if he went up. Nope. Alright, so we're getting a little too far down for the running backs that went up. Let's see if touchdowns did anything. The guys that scored all the damn touchdowns.
Woo.
Already went up, already went up, already went up, already went up, already went up. That's probably why he went up. Chubb went up. Alright, so let's get to receivers. Alright, so we already know what Waddle is. Let's see if Hollywood did anything. Okay. Yes, sir. Got some starting to get abilities now. I'm about to go the fuck down. Hollywood went up as a receiver. Tyreek Hill was already who he is. What did Rondell Moore do? Rondell Moore went up too, bro. Yeah, see, this is crazy. I didn't expect this to happen. This guy was a fucking normal. How you go up to a superstar? Yo, that's crazy. He balled out. NFL reception leader, offensive rookie of the year. He goes up 2 to superstar dev. Shit about to get real over there. Hopefully Isabella ain't do the same thing. He went up to a star. Wide receiver of the year, star development trait. Rondell went up 2 right now. Devontae Smith, what did he go up to? He stayed superstar. All right. D-Hop is already what it is. What about Anthony Schwartz? Star. I think he went up to that star, though. Yep, star development. Good shit, Schwartz. What about Bateman? Ha ha ha, you ain't gonna fuck down out this bitch. Oh my God. Yes, sir. Let's go. Let's go. Ah, nigga, let's go. Chase, let's see what Chase did, and he ain't played a fucking game. Did he go up? See, I can't tell if he went up or not. Kelsey, already who he is. Calvin Ridley, already who he is. Allen Robinson. What about this kid? He stayed a superstar. All right. Seth Williams. Let's see what Seth Williams did. Went up to a star from normal. Good shit. Went up from a star to normal. Cooper. Ain't played good enough. I ain't got to check them. I already know they ain't do shit. Chase was drafted a superstar. Okay. Curtis Samuels. What about Curtis Samuels? Did he go up to X Factor? Stayed superstar. He is balling for them. Alright, let's go look at some of these defensive players right now, because we know they're not showing no love to the offensive linemen. We'll check them anyway. No, that's fucked up. They don't get these linemen no love. No. Nope. Alright, so I'm not gonna waste my time there. Let's go look at the defense. First we look at the tacklers. What Kenny Murph do? He goes up to a superstar. How lucky guys that not playing the game go. They should ignore them for real. Alright, so Isaiah Simmons goes up to a superstar. Miles Jack, X Factor. Oh my God. Wait, he went from a star to an X Factor?
No, he was a superstar.
Oh my God. Balling right now. Look at that shit. Kendricks. Let's see what Kendricks did. Kendricks up to a superstar. Did he go up? No scenario. Morale. Yeah, superstar. He had to go up. I don't think he was a superstar. Quan Alexander, another one of those guys. Woodnut. Roquan Smith. What he do? Star. Stayed star. All right, let's go look at. Tackle for loss. Let's see if anything happened here. Levante Davis. You know, he's ready to retire. This guy went up to an X Factor. Jesus. No, he didn't go up to an X Factor. He was already that linebacker of the year, though. Jane Davis. Let's see what this nigga did. I think he already got him to a superstar. So we're not going to see that development. J.J. Watt. Josh Uche. Did he get him up? Oh, my God. A name that wasn't a name at all. Goes up to a superstar development. Good shit, Nano. Jeffrey Simmons, he was a superstar, I think, already, but nope, he goes up to a superstar. Good shit. Devin White, let's see if he went up to a he stayed a star. Alright, let's go look at the sacks now. Alright, Montez Sweat should be a superstar. NFL sack leader. Khalil Mack, we already know who he is. What the hammer do? This pussy got 6 upgrade points. You see this shit? Oh my God. Shit ready to go down. He up to an X Factor. He ready to fuck murder somebody. Oh my God. Oh yeah, linebacker of the year, defensive rookie of the year, defensive player of the year. Development trait, superstar, X Factor, and he's sitting on 6 upgrades. Oh, they back to giving up points now, bro. That's what's up. Let's see what Bradley Chubb did. Bradley Chubb went up to a superstar. Let's see where he got it at. Superstar development, defensive lineman of the year. Good shit, Bradley Chubb and Jimbo. D Ford. Let's see if he on this list. He went up to a superstar. Niners got themselves a superstar here. Good shit. Emmanuel Ogbah. He played all year long. He went up to a star. If he wasn't already a star. Von Miller. What about Micah Parsons? Stayed a star. I know the Snake's sick right now. Torture. Donnell Hunter. Did he go to X Factor? Yes, sir. Don't show it though. He must have been playing X Factor already. Pernell McPhee. Then they got cut up to a star. God damn it. Alright, let's look at INTs. See if that did anything for DBs. All right, Jerry Jacobs bought out all year long. He got him up to a star. Yep, star development. Did Buda Baker go up from a superstar? I think he was already a superstar. Yep. Tre'Davious White, X Factor for the Bills. Got them a shutdown corner now. DB of the year. Denzel Ward. Don't let him get that ability. Oh my God, Denzel goes up to a superstar. I really didn't have to check on him. I knew he wasn't. Knew he went up. Xavier Howard already who is. What about Tate Gowan? Did he go any higher than that superstar? He was already a superstar. Donovan Steiner, star. Didn't go up at all. Let's see. He went up during a year from normal to star. Murphy Bunton, did he go up? Star. Isaiah Simmons, we know he went up already. Superstar. Really don't see nothing else. What else I can be looking at? Alright, that's it. I don't need to show nothing else. If you want to check your guys, you can go check them yourself. And that's that. So good luck in the Super Bowl to those that are in it, man. Off season. If the game has started already, I definitely will pay attention, because the off season will be scheduled really soon. In the chat, pay attention to the chat, and hit the franchise guru with my boy Shoguns. You already know how we do. Super Bowl Sunday, Super Bowl Saturday night. You heard? Holla at us.